Michelle Kappa, Technique Tuesdays Marketing Coordinator. So today I want to show you how I made this card for my boyfriend, and it's great because it's really masculine, and it also shows how you can use dark cardstock with light ink, which I've done here. So for this card, I used the Irony stamp set, which was retired, but for our 10-year anniversary, we're actually bringing it back. So it's awesome for tiling, which Bev demonstrated in the other video, but for this video, I'm doing the same thing, but with new techniques. So the first thing you're going to need is a piece of brown cardstock. In Bev's video, she used a square, but for this one, I'm using a rectangle. So you can see I used about 4 3/4 quarter by 4.5. You'll also use the same white cardstock, which is approximately 10 3/4 by 5.5. So the first thing we're going to want to do is measure the brown piece of paper. And so now I'm using a rectangle, and you're going to do the same thing. So you're just going to get your ruler, and you're going to go corner to corner, and there's no measuring. You just mark the middle. And I'm using a pen for this. I'd recommend not doing that. I'd recommend using a pencil so that you can erase it. And then you'll do the other side. And mark right in the middle. And wherever these two lines line up is the center of your paper. So right there. So first, to get this tiling effect that I've done, I'm going to go ahead and get the Irony stamp set. And I'm also going to get my Versa Magic Sea Breeze ink. It's a nice, pretty blue. And I'm going to use this big one. So I'm going to go ahead and ink up the block. So Bev, when she did hers, she did on the corners. I'm going to go from the sides of the paper. So I'm going to go ahead and press down and let it wait for a little bit so the ink can absorb, and voila. And you know, it's okay if you don't get it perfect. This stamp set's great because it gives it kind of a vintage and rustic look, which I like. I'm going to go ahead and do the other side of my rectangle. And press down. And there you go. So this is how I would do all 4 corners, but essentially what you're going to get is this if you go around all the sides of the paper. But I've also, like Bev did, done the corners, as you see over here. So I'm going to show you how I did the corners as well to get this look. I used the smaller one shown here on the stamp set. And I inked this up. And then went ahead and just stamped this down. So there's so many different things you can do with this stamp set to get great looks. I also, around the side edges of the white cardstock, lined my brown paper up. And I realized I had these nice little edges that just needed something a little bit more. So what I did is I took Versamark, which is great to give that kind of watermark look. You can't really see it in this video, but it's great to get that watermark. So some other projects that were great is that use kind of these smaller ones from the stamp set was this one. And it's a lot more masculine too, but it also uses the smaller stamps to get little pretty pieces of pattern paper to add to your cards. This is a lot more feminine. It still uses those smaller ones. This uses the bigger stamps in the set, like I did, and it's again a lot more feminine. If you watch Bev's video, she shows you how she did that card, and there's also a tag, which is great. And then a little memory keeping card as well using tiling. So this concludes my very first video from Technique Tuesday. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you found this educational, and I hope to see you next time. If you want to see more videos from us, then sign up for our newsletter or check out our website at www.techniquetuesday.com. Bye!